I know this one. It's just a wedding podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Sound Precision Entertainment and Cufflink Media, Cleveland's best DJ, photo, and video team. When it comes to your big day, why juggle multiple vendors when you can have one amazing team? We're going to save you time, money, and stress because we're better together. From packed dance floors to photos and cinematic video, we've got you covered from I Do to The Last Dance. Book your wedding dream team today at spedj.com and cufflinkmedia.com. Find the links in the description below.
What is going on, guys? We are back with another episode of the It's Just a Wedding podcast. How we doing? How we feeling?
Do it, Julia. Go, go, go.
What? This. Oh.
It's just a wedding.
You let me down every week, Julia.
Every time.
It's just a wedding.
It's just a wedding.
Yeah,
Finally.
Julia.
Okay, there you go.
We're not going to make you
all
do
day
it.
long. I'm going to add it to it.
Well, you guys are probably seeing that we do have another guest with us this week. So today we've got a heavy hitter in the Cleveland scene joining us. This man has built one of the most respected, sought after, and cultural shaping entertainment companies in the city. He's the energy behind Lokey Entertainment, a team known for bringing style, precision, and pure vibe to every celebration, especially within the Cleveland's vibrant African-American community. He's a DJ, an entrepreneur, a leader, and let's be honest, he's a straight-up powerhouse in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for DJ Lokey, the Keezy man, Mr. Dayron Henderson. Yeah.
We are here. I'm excited to be here, man.
He was just sitting there the whole time like,
Yeah, I like it. I need to take that. I'm going to copy that, paste that, put that on my wall. Man.
Everybody says that. I'm like, dude, ChatGPT will write the shit out of a live read
I
for
love
somebody.
everything about it, man.
So how's wedding season treating you, man? Busy?
Man, things are still the same, man. Like, one thing I know in and out is a wedding. So right now we're just focusing on just adding extras. What can we do to elevate the industry outside? We know the photo booths, the uplighting, the DJ service, but our goal this year is really just to elevate things, maybe with some LED walls, do some new things that can possibly be something to change the industry. You know.
I might be having to get some pricing on that LED wall. We'll see. We'll see how.
You should. Absolutely.
that'd be cool.
It's happening.
That'd be cool.
So I understand that it was just your birthday, so happy belated, my friend.
Happy belated, man.
And also, you have been you're like the world traveler. Like, you've been gone for 2 weeks.
God
You
is
leave
good.
tonight on a flight going back to Savannah, Georgia to do a wedding. So getting a little bit of his time today, guys. I got to be honest with you.
What's up with the... Is there a meaning behind
It's
that?
like
or
an
is that
air
just your
horn.
thing?
It's the DJ that little like.
Yeah, when you're DJing, everybody has a sound effect
your
or whatever.
live
That's
DJ
our thing.
horn.
But they know me for.
Okay, all right, cool.
You know.
Well, before we get started, I'm introducing a new segment live on camera. I don't care what Scott says. I'm just going to do it because that's what I do. I do me. I want to call it Nick's Picks.
Oh my god.
Okay?
This is going to be canceled next week for
No,
sure.
it's not.
Picks?
You guys are going to like this, okay? So each week we're going to go over Nick's pick, and I want to ask you guys what you think. So I want to start off with the best Last Dance song at a wedding, okay? And I have two answers of my own. Number one is Forever Young with the Jay-Z version. I think that's so cool when you have the bride and groom center, everybody's around dancing. And number two, I might get some hate for this, One Less Lonely Girl by Justin Bieber. That's a banger Last Dance song. So what do we think about my picks, and what are your guys' personal picks?
Number one, I think you're lame as hell for.
Don't
With
hate on the
Justin.
Biebs.
I don't think the Biebs
Don't
is
hate
it.
on Biebs.
That's number one. Lame as fuck. Yeah. What do you think? I'll let
I
you
don't
go.
know. I'm never really there for the last song, so I don't know what's really common for that. Normally I leave like an out like
Okay,
earlier,
let's say you
so,
were
like,
getting married. What would you want the last song to be?
Oh, I have no idea, but probably some sort of love song out there that I
Okay.
enjoy and have meaning towards.
Well, I'll give you. Okay, so Forever Young. Okay,
know that.
Rod
That's a
Stewart.
banger.
I can
That
live with
is-
that. But in my opinion, I tend to like more of like the sing-along songs to be like a final song. So it could be anything from like a Mr. Brightside, Lit, My Own Worst Enemy. I've done Blink 182. Obviously, you know, you have No Hands, you know, some of those type of songs. So
Damn, going out with a bang.
are
on
you-
No
that would be
Hands.
going out with a bang.
Are
yeah.
you talking about last song as in like group last song, or
Group
last
last
song as
song.
in like last dance?
Group last song.
Oh, then yeah, Mr. Brightside.
Okay.
I like that.
Last song of the night, not a private last song.
Not a private last song. That goes two ways with this. No client ever requests the same last dance.
Right.
And it also depends on culture, you know. So certain cultures, I'm still a believer in like journey, don't stop believing. Like I think the way it builds up is like everybody knows to grab their coat, grab their jacket, they come to the floor, and then when it raises, they're jumping. And then when they exit out, I absolutely 100% close out every single event, wedding that I do with Lil Wayne's Go DJ. So I know it's about them, but it then becomes a little bit about us. But then they have like a whole back and forth where they're like, go DJ. Yeah, that's my DJ.
I like that.
You know. Are you familiar with Nick Spinelli?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw this cut online where every DJ, like people go like, one more song. And there's that one cut in The Wolf of Wall Street where Leo goes, I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah.
And he plays that, and then he goes into like a final last song, which I thought was just fucking hilarious.
Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty
that's
cool.
funny.
Cool.
And like I want to do that, but I'm like I can't just like straight up bite him like that. But like it's pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
So before we get too deep into today's topics, one of the things that we always try to do, man, is talk about a wedding horror story. Now the thing is the whole idea behind the podcast is like, you know, brides are nervous, they're spending a lot of money, there's a lot going on with family, with friends, and we just try to remind them that like it's a big deal, we understand how important it is, but at the end of the day, take a deep breath, it's just a wedding. So the idea behind these horror stories are we've, you know, collectively have done thousands of weddings now, so it's like
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. Things might, you know, go badly, but they probably won't go this badly. Okay. So do you have one kind of in the chamber that you can think of from your last?
First of all, I don't frown on mistakes. It's just like more or less, what did we learn? So I learned all about power consumption and just breaking things up. Okay. So, you know, we're known for like dancing on the clouds and the code sparks during the first dance. We brought in like 2 QSC subs, 4 K12s up top. We're crashing, and the venue's like right around the corner from here. But we were like crashing and thumping. Everything's happening. Lights are down. Spotlight is on. We pulled every bit of power that this venue had available, and probably like 45 seconds into the first dance. Oh. It's one of those like, how do you really recover? Great crowd. Everybody starts singing, no music. No music. So we tried to run it back, but that first dance effect was never the same. So, you know, I kind of learned a little bit about power distribution to make sure that we're on different circuits. But that was something we learned maybe about 15 years or so, 15 years ago or so. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. That's one of those. Wow. I think every DJ has learned that lesson. Like I have blown many breakers, but it's usually nowadays it's when like you're at somebody's house and they're like, oh no, this will be fine. You're like, no, it's really not going to be fine. And then sure as shit, it's not fine. So,
wow.
But that's a horror story for sure.
Was that crowd? That wasn't a white crowd, was it?
No, it wasn't.
No, ain't no white crowd going.
No, they would just like walk off. They would literally walk away.
Well, it was obvious something that happened, but it was obvious it wasn't on me because I mean, talking about the overhead, like everything was, the whole venue must have been on like one circuit. So the lights went out, the cold sparks went out, the music went out. So it was obvious that this wasn't the DJ messed up. It was
so venues, get you guys an electrician in there and make sure everything's squared away power-wise for sure. Yep.
I'm fortunate to never have done anything like that. I've done a lot of other stuff, but not
knocked over a cake.
Sure as shit today. Your power,
cake?
Yeah. Dude. I thought he was bullshitting me. I'm at a wedding. He started with like 4 years ago, right? 2 or 3
This
years.
is like my second wedding ever.
So he calls me up, and you know I've known this kid since he's been in diapers. So he's like, dude, I knocked over a cake, and I'm like, come on. He's like, no, I knocked over a cake. It
happened.
And I'm like, no, seriously.
In front of like 250, 300 people, in the middle of like I'm about to announce speeches, so I'm the center. And when I DJ and announce, I'm out there. I'm not behind the booth. It was bad.
It was bad. So I like sent the number 2 to Costco. We bought like a square cake and a round cake, and we're fucking stacking them up on each other. And just it was, yeah.
So how would you bounce back? Like,
I still got a 4 out of 5 star review.
That was the bounce
I fucking
back.
crushed that wedding.
Great crowd though. That's a good couple, man. And my couple was the same thing. Power went out during the first dance, and it was a good crowd, great couple. We had some bad things happen. It happened at Windows as well. It was like a whole power outage going down the street. They had like Slider came in from the Indians and everything, and with no power, but great crowd. They just took it to like over on West 6. Somebody owned a bar or something like that and picked it all up. So it's all about the crowd and the energy.
So everybody still had a good time though, right?
Yeah, we actually
crowds really matter.
We just told a story a couple weeks ago where we were in Worcester and there was a tornado warning. Knocked the power out of the whole town. And at that time, this was before like battery powered up lighting and speakers and shit. So I mean, it was just like dark for 2.5 hours at this reception. It was weird. So yeah, I mean, shit happens. So yeah, ladies, like stuff goes wrong, but it's just a wedding. You know what I mean? Like,
just a wedding.
So it was funny. So one of the things, Dayron and I, we've known each other now probably, 15 years at this point.
Yeah. We first met at the first bridal show.
Back in the day, shout out Today's Bride.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at this point, one of the things that, we've talked about at nauseum over the years is that, like, the way it's basically turned out in Cleveland is, like, not that Lokey doesn't do white weddings or multicultural weddings, and not that SPE doesn't do biracial or sometimes black weddings, but for the most part, he is championing the really high-end, African-American community, and we do a lot of, like, higher-end white weddings. So it's been funny over all these years where we can almost be, like, friends and tight because we're not really competitors because the vast majority of our clients really don't overlap. So one of the things that I thought would be kind of interesting, just a completely different take that I've never even seen before online, is just kind of talking about maybe some of the cultural differences between, what we see on the day-to-day for a white wedding and maybe what you see on the day-to-day at, like, black weddings or even other ethnicity type weddings. And I thought that could be, like, an interesting topic because I know for sure that at least on our side of the table, the white weddings, we could maybe liven things up a little bit. So we might be able to take a few cues from, some of the African-American community. So that being said, you've done probably more white weddings than I have done black weddings. So in your initial opinion, what is the biggest difference between, a white crowd and a black crowd as it pertains to a wedding?
Okay. So that's kind of like a two-part. The formalities are all the same. There's going to be father-daughter dance, mother-son bouquet garter, all that stuff will be the same. But it's more of like what separates our company from other companies is that we really have kind of like the Shades Bridal Show. We just don't follow rules. So where dinner is kind of starting, we're yelling, we're pumping things up again, we're blowing circuits. Things are going up and down. And during dinner, where everybody sits down in there enjoying dinner, like dinner has become like a party for us. I feel like I can control the energy in the room a little bit later on if I can control the energy during dinner. So during dinner, they may start going like this, but it's not any Frank Sinatra or anything smooth, anything like that. We're playing like cameo things that people may be line dancing to, singing along in their seat. They're enjoying dinner as if it's an actual concert. That would probably be really the only real huge difference. But again, I think that's more of a low-key entertainment thing, that we're partying during dinner. We're not sitting down at table 22 in the back or in the vendor area. Like, we can't do that. We need our plate food brought to the DJ booth because we're slamming records.
Well, so that's what I was going to say.
The moment we kick off.
So from a DJ perspective, like, are you mixing dinner?
We are DJing a full-fledged party. The moment you sit down, it's happening.
Wow.
Okay, so that is a humongous difference. I don't know if that's like you said.
It's not a black thing. It's just
that's just a low key thing. Well, shit, that I like
because it worked. We experimented one day, and everybody like, "You guys are great." Before we even get to the dance floor, they high fiving us, and we're like, "Yeah, we're great."
John loves that when people come up to us and like it's like dinner and we haven't done anything yet except set up, and they're like, "You guys are fantastic," and he's just like, "We haven't even done anything yet." And I'm like, but thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could definitely see that.
Interesting. But I don't think that would work with a white wedding. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that'll work.
We get a lot of like. Here's what I
One
get.
way to find out.
Here's what I get.
Depends on the white.
We get a lot of people
family.
coming up like,
Yeah.
"Excuse me,
Can you turn down a
can
little
you
bit?
turn that down a little
Yeah.
bit?" So I just
happens
can't
a
see
lot.
that.
It
like,
happens. Like, I'm not saying it 100% of the time, but a good 97% of the time, we've built up such a reputation. Even in Instagram posts, we'd be like, "Dinner, who sits down during dinner?" That's kind of our thing. Like you say, it's just a wedding. We're like, "Who sits down during dinner?"
Yeah.
I like that though. That's innovative though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, and they're partying from the energy. You control someone's mind, you can control their actions. I promise you.
I mean, and that's the whole thing. Like, and that's what separates a good company from a great company is continuing to innovate and then just caring enough to think about and notice those types of smaller things. So I think one thing that I have noticed when I've done, multicultural weddings or biracial weddings are I like to try to read the crowd before we even drop the first wedding track. And what I have found, at least in my experience, is that it seems like for the most part, when you're dealing with a African-American wedding, it's easier to kind of pick up on like what vibe they're looking for versus like you could have some like corny looking white dude who all of a sudden just like raged to Lil Wayne, or he could be listening to like Matchbox 20. You know what I mean? But like, so I feel like it's an easier read for me. Like, have you had a similar experience?
Yeah, that's the purpose of the dinner set, so you can really get a good feel for it. But doubling back to even the previous difference between the different cultures. With us, we know we got a good crowd the moment we walk in. When I'm doing a different culture, I have no idea what's happening. Everybody has their tie buttoned up. We're not wearing ties, okay? But everybody has their tie buttoned up. Everybody's looking so formal and shaking hands and kissing babies, doing all the things. And the moment, like, I'll play that first dance, the shoes, you all take your shoes off immediately. Like, they'll take off their shoes. Everybody grabs a beer. We're going straight for hard liquor. And it's like the guy that I thought was like Jared from Subway. He's like the wildest dude out there. He's the wildest dude out there. And I was like, no way. So I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to pull this one off tonight. But he'll be like my biggest fan and give me the biggest tip from the middle of the floor. Yeah. So, again, it's like a huge transition whenever I've done different coaches. But I can't tell what's happening until it's actually happening.
Gotcha.
You know.
Well, it's funny because you gave me a great segue because we talked about this on a couple episodes, but it can't be more prevalent than this episode here. So let's talk a little bit about style and fashion differences, not only from bridal party, but also for wedding guests. Because one of the things that I have been hypercritical on this set here is I tell my brethren, the white people, to step their game up. If I see one more wrinkly ass polo at a wedding, if I see shorts at a wedding, if I see tennis shoes or white socks, I'm going to lose my damn mind.
Really? Okay.
I hate it. Now, it can be done, but like, man, you go to a black wedding, these guys are coming out dressed to the nines. I mean, it's a whole different level of like, I just feel like a wedding should still be a high-class celebration. Now, that doesn't mean you have to wear a necktie or a bow tie and all that, but I do feel like
I transform.
Really bothers us when, like, if you're the DJ and we don't even go crazy, we're not wearing tuxes, and we're like the best dressed in the room, like, I'm like, that's a problem. You know what I mean?
I agree with you, Scott, but I think that sneakers have a place in weddings.
I agree.
And it's definitely more prominent in a black wedding. But there's nothing wrong, I think.
Okay.
It's like ESPN. All the anchors wear sneakers.
They
protect your feet at all costs.
You're right. They do on ESPN.
Let me preface this. If you're wearing like some like white Air Force Ones or like some Chucks, like I can get behind like the style. I'm talking about like the dude who's wearing like the dad New Balances with khakis. Like that's what I'm referring to. Like
now
it's
a
like,
lot of people are bringing out Hey Dudes to weddings.
Those are awful.
Yeah, like
Leave those at home.
like I'm talking about like I'm talking about if it's a stylistic choice, I could get behind that. Even dudes like, full tuxes. Like, but like if you're just like some fuddy-duddy ass dude wearing some dirty like New Balance shoes, like no, you shouldn't.
Leave those at home. Leave the Hey Dudes at home. Yeah. But if you have like some white Air Force Ones, a pair of Jordan 1s, the Dior's, or some Breads, you know, that's how you can make it look good, I think.
Yeah. I always come in. I wear a shirt and tie.
Okay.
Or absolutely a blazer is like mandatory. Everybody wears a blazer, shirt, and tie. But during dinner, as the temperature goes up and we're past that first dance, when they're past the point in which everybody's looking at me, I may go to the bathroom, Lokey Entertainment shirt, put the blazer back on. But the tennis shoes, they're coming with me from the time I walk in the door to the time I leave. But I have to protect my feet. Three weddings a weekend. On that Sunday wedding, I'm no good if I'm limping and moving around. So I have to protect my feet.
What's your go-to shoe for a wedding? Like
definitely the ones. You know, definitely Jordan ones. Jordan ones are my go-to. They're comfortable. They're kind of flat, but they're comfortable. They're
stylish too.
Yeah.
There you go. See, and that's the thing. Like, he taught me that too. That's not the first time I've heard you say protect your feet.
At all costs.
Dude, you've been saying that for years, but it's true because, you know, you do 3 weddings a weekend over 15, 20 years. You're putting miles on them dogs. You know what I mean? And it's like you feel like people are paying you the same on wedding 3 as they are wedding 1. And if you can't give them the same performance on wedding 3, then you kind of feel like...
It was kind of unfair to your Sunday clients.
Exactly.
They weren't getting the best of you.
Exactly. You know? No, that's 100% correct.
I got it from a groom, though. You know, when you start seeing the grooms start wearing, like, Jordan 1s or Chucks when they're down the aisle, I was like, so this is okay? This is all right? You're not going to be mad, right? And they started complimenting me. I'm like, hey, so this is a thing, right?
Yeah.
This is a thing.
We like this trend.
Yeah.
And you know what's starting to become a thing when, like, brands like Cole Haan are making white silhouette sneaker type dress shoes. Yeah. That's how you know it's really becoming a thing.
Yeah, that's been like what my go-to the last 2 years. So I've got like these, like the Cole Haan style sneaks where like they look like a dress shoe, but they're built like a sneaker. Yeah. So I've been able to put more miles on my feet. But like the days of wearing like the old school like leather base shoe that's like walking on bricks, like it's over. Yeah,
you're wrecked after.
I don't know how we did that.
Yeah, I know for years.
I don't know how we did
Just
that.
blisters and blood in my shoe, just terrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I guess along the same lines, one of the things that you and I have joked for years, like you've always told me like that you were a resource for me. Like if I ever was doing a cultural wedding and I needed like some, you know, maybe some tracks to spin or some things that are going on, like what's trending in your community. You know, over time, we've definitely kind of leaned on you in that regard. So talk to me a little bit about like what you think like some of the music differences are and like how you use music as a bridge, whether it be between age generations, whether it be between cultural generation, it could be between affluent and lesser. So like walk me through the music.
So that's probably another cultural difference. I feel like, let's just say in the white community or so, there's a top 40 playlists, or you can go to DJ Intelligence top 200, and you can see those same songs that may have came out 10, 15 years ago. They're still at the top. With us, they rotate. Like, you really have to be on your stuff. So there's a chart, but for us, what came out last week, so you really have to be on top. But you can add certain things in. There's certain line dances that you have to do. But even the slow songs, they're rotating. They're rotating over and over again, so you really got to be up on it. But because we have the experience of going out every single weekend, we kind of know what's happening. So other DJs, they will tap on us without name-dropping different companies, but they'll ask us for a playlist, and we're all industry friends, so I don't want you to do bad. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, because if you're moving forward, I move forward. It allows us to get more gigs, new products, new different things. So we'll help each other, man.
It's so funny you said that. Like I said last week, we had JR on from Selective Sound.
I saw us interview it.
Yeah, and I literally was like, you know, hey, like you guys are doing good, we're doing good. Like we lift ourselves up as the industry. And some dude commented, and they're like, there's nothing like a bunch of wedding DJs circle jerking each other off. Like I was like, I'm just getting hate. I was like, trying to say something positive. I was like,
cold world.
No, if you respect somebody, you respect somebody. You know,
that's how I
they've
felt.
opened
I
up
was like,
doors. They've showed you different things.
The one thing you will
like,
find out about becoming like a online personality and putting your opinion out there, people will shit all over.
Gotta have thick skin, huh?
Yeah, dude.
So
That's true.
correct me if I'm wrong, low-key, but I guess for me, like, I'm young, so I'm gonna know what's hot,
Okay.
right? Especially in hip hop communities, everything. Like I played Baby Chief at a wedding the other day. You know who that is?
No, I don't.
There
All
you
right,
go.
there we go.
Not
Okay.
hot at all.
No,
Nick.
he's very hot. Look up Baby Chief.
I'll do it. It's happening. As soon as I leave here.
So
Okay.
I guess for me though, even though I know what's new and hot,
Okay.
the biggest thing for me if I was gonna go do a black wedding would be the old soulful songs that you're gonna get the 40
Those are easy.
people plus. I mean, we have our generic ones, but you probably know the low key
So I've changed that.
in the closet ones,
yeah,
right?
we used to.
Wait, what is the real quick? What's the line dance that all the black ladies love? What's it called?
Tamia.
Tamia. Dude, I was
get
not
enough.
hip to Tamia. We did a wedding. He's like,
weren't
dude,
hip
just
to
play this
Tamia?
song. I wasn't until and then, dude, it's a whole nother level. Like these girls, they got a whole dance, and like the dudes do it.
Access
they got, like,
unlocked when you play that. Like, they're in your hands. Oh my God.
They like bridesmaids. They love this song.
I've been practicing that
Tamia.
for 2 years. I still don't have it. Like it's so
hard.
complicated, but everybody knows how to do it.
Well, and
man.
then so does that have? I know that you. Correct me if I'm wrong. You were in a fraternity, correct?
Correct, I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always see you doing pictures with
The Q
something.
stuff, yeah.
And like,
Oh, were you
so,
a Q?
Yeah, I'm a Q. Yeah,
Which is
yeah,
awesome.
Pledge,
And like,
1999.
but like, you guys do? Did you do like the step stuff too? Or
We do.
Because
Absolutely.
I saw like. I've even seen like on your socials where like people are like doing like the line dances, but they're like mixing it in with like some of the stuff. Like,
where
it's
did you go to
next
school
level.
at?
So I crossed. See, I'm glad he asked this question. You know, spring 1999, Kent State University. I was the Trey Dog. I was the Tail Dog. Deaf chapter of the mighty 4th District. Some notable names of people that you may know, like a Michael Jordan. He's a member of our fraternity. Shaquille O'Neal is a member of our fraternity.
So,
Even through my initiation, I came across them.
Of these guys.
Yeah, you may have come across them. So we're a well-known organization. And then, you know, we like carry with us for life. So if you're like your Q, then you're a Q now. You're a Q 50 years
You're a
from
Q for
now.
life.
I got like 26 years into this, so I've known a lot of people. Has taken me around the globe with DJ for the national organization last year. And a national conference is actually coming up here in Cleveland. But if you can mix the two, that separates us. Being someone who's a member of this organization, not only can I relate to my organization, but there's only 9 African-American top organizations. So through working all of their special events, they'll say, hey, you're our guy. So I'll do all of their break-off events, their birthday parties and things of that nature. And if you can bring that into the wedding, like they're like, it's a great party, man.
Yeah,
it's a great party.
Well, and like
I
I'll
agree.
give you another compliment because just as a businessman, you have been, you are excellent, I guess, at like working like your leads and connections. So like obviously that would be one of them. But like if I remember correctly, weren't you part of like the Jumpstart initiative in Cleveland?
I was. Yeah.
And you've done a great job kind of working some of those leads. And I think that something can be learned from young entrepreneurs about putting yourself in the position to not only showcase what you do, but putting yourself around people that can help you showcase what it is that you do.
It's not what you know. Sometimes it's who you know.
Yep.
People do business with people that they know, like, love, and trust. Things of that nature. So
Dale
we went
Carnegie,
through the
man.
Jumpstart. Yeah, we went through the Jumpstart program. I ended up winning our cohort. But the great thing about Jumpstart is they not only just give you some money and say, hey, you're a winner. They like talk the talk and walk the talk. So now they'll patronize your business and help put your business and give you all the resources it takes to take your business to the next level.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like over the years, I was told about that, and then there's like the Matt Radicelli did that one program, like 1,000. I forget exactly what is it.
10,000 small
10,000 small
businesses. Something like that.
businesses.
Yep.
Yeah, I've
I
been
know what that
invited to do
is.
that a
The
couple
Goldman
times.
Sachs program.
I
Something
should
like that.
probably
Yeah.
maybe look at
You
that.
should probably do that.
Yeah, I was invited a couple of times.
And don't feel like, even though you may know it just like a textbook, you may know step 2, 3, 4, 12, but if you knew it all, there wouldn't be no need for a program. There's some millionaires that are in there that want to become 10 millionaires and 100 millionaires and things of that nature. And sometimes it's just opening up key access unlocked.
I'm just trying to be 100,000-aire, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just at that stage in my life right now. So, Julia, out of curiosity, with you being the lone photographer at the table, have you noticed any differences with different, like, if you're shooting like ethnic weddings, as far as like the demand on the photographer? Is it easier? Is it more difficult? Like, what would your your initial gut reaction be?
When I do more of like an ethnic wedding, they aren't, I don't know, candids are hard sometimes because they see a camera and they look at me and immediately smile.
We're ready for Instagram.
Yeah. All the time. And then like just regular like white weddings, they don't do that. They're just like chilling. They're doing their thing.
Okay. So is that a good
That's the
thing or a
big
bad
difference.
thing, though?
It's a bad thing.
I mean, it goes both ways because I know sometimes like the bride and groom always wants like candid pictures of like dancing. So it kind of sucks if half the time they see the camera or the lens, they like, hey, look at me for a
never thought
picture,
about
or they
that.
always go, hey, picture over here. And I'm like, okay, like that's what I'm there to do. But at the same time, I'm like, hey, sometimes I just want to get candids of you guys.
Okay, that
Not
makes
everyone's
sense.
smiling at me.
Well, so I thought this was funny too. So like I'm working with my partner, Mr. ChatGPT, preparing for this, and I'm like asking ChatGPT like what are the major differences between white weddings and black weddings? And I thought this was funny, and I wanted your opinion.
I want to hear it.
So ChatGPT says that white weddings are very timeline heavy, and black weddings are more vibe heavy, and like black weddings just throw timeline out the window. Would you say that's true, or ChatGPT just?
I would say, no, that's not true. It's not true in the sense it's more about the planner that you have involved. Sometimes if you have your auntie as a planner, then absolutely it becomes a true statement because she doesn't know what she's doing. Whereas, and honestly, we need a little bit more structure. Like we're there, like, there's the vibe part is correct.
Okay.
we're there to kick it, but without that structure, things can be railroaded really, really quickly.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And then would you say there are more? I guess I'd use the word like issues or problems like fighting or like any kind of like altercation at a black wedding versus a white wedding, or would you say that
It's equal. I've seen it
because
on both sides. Everybody gets
normally
drunk,
when
and
I
that's what
see
happens.
it,
You get
it's like just some
courage.
old
Yeah.
white guy getting loud and just getting knocked the fuck out. That's normally what I've seen at a wedding, but it was like ChatGPT. I was like, it was like there tends to be more altercations. I'm like, okay.
That's kind of fucked up, Chad.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Chad.
It is.
No, it's alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, it affects everybody. the
Now,
same.
I will add this question. So this I've heard before from some of my other black friends. So is it true that most black folks at weddings, they tend to stick to like their liquor of choice?
Absolutely 100%.
And white people
True.
will just drink everything. I'll be drinking.
Absolutely 100% true
vodka.
again. Absolutely 100% true
So
again.
I feel like that's part of the issue with white people is like if you don't usually drink tequila or like liquor and all of a sudden you're just shooting beer and liquor and tequila.
I don't understand who created well liquor and why it exists. Like, it makes me move funny. It doesn't sit well on my stomach. I don't understand it. I'm calling my brand every single time. Like, do you have this brand of cognac? Do you have this brand of bourbon? And what do you have? Well, what do you have? We're quick to say, well, what do you have? We'll figure it out, but 100% true.
Okay. Yeah, that's always funny to me because like my father, like old school Italians tend to be more like that. Like when I got married, my dad was like, well, Ronnie Fazy, he drinks Black Velvet, so we got to have a bottle of Black Velvet. And
Beefeater.
And Angersola, he drinks Beefeater. But like, I'm like, Dad, my friends are going to drink fucking like Fruit Loop flavored vodka.
Really?
Like what, dude?
He says, dude.
Like, really? Julie,
nah,
you would probably just drink any shit they put in front of you, right?
No.
Young white girl. Oh.
I like
She was
tequila.
We went to Vegas
I
together.
love
She was
tequila.
drinking
Tequila's broad though.
I love
Do you
tequila.
call a brand though when you say, hey, I want a specific brand?
Not really.
Like with us, it's
No.
Casamigos, the Patron.
Not really. I just don't want the really cheap
Reposado.
one.
She drinks tequila
You know,
sunrises.
Yeah.
So there's
all
no.
the high-end
Yeah,
brands here.
But like, nah, I don't really have a brand that I stick with.
Really?
No, I mean, I'm still
Yeah, we're
trying to
very
discover
specific.
what I really
Very
like,
specific.
though.
She's 25.
'Cause-
She wants the brand that makes her fucking eyes roll the back
I'm
of
still
her
trying
head.
to discover what I like. I don't drink that often unless
Okay.
I go out. But when I'm going out, normally I'm like, hey, just give me whatever. I'm here to like get lit, get
like,
drunk.
that is so unheard of.
but
Like, I can't fathom that thought. Like, yeah, wow.
but
Okay.
normally I do like shots of tequila or something. That's normally the big one.
Gotcha, yeah.
In my experience of going out with you, you've drinking whatever was put in front of you.
Yeah.
That was only once.
That's all I need to know.
Well, I think that we did a reasonably good job of kind of covering that first topic a little bit. I think it's always fun to have an opportunity to have two bigger companies in the room, one that caters to one community and another that caters to the other, and just kind of talk about some of the differences, what some of the similarities might be, and then just kind of, go from there. So I appreciate you kind of filling us in on a little bit of that. Now, one of the things that we try to do is midway point, we try to have like a little goofy game or some shit because
I'm here for it.
it does well on social media. So this week it's called the Rapid Fire. We're calling it Hell Yeah or Hell Nah.
Okay.
Okay. Now keep in mind, ChatGPT helps me with some of these. So if some of them seem lame, it's not 100% my fault. So, all right. The first one is we're going to bridal party entrances. Okay. So why it works, why it's overplayed, or who can pull it off. So Beyonce's Love on Top for the bridal party entrance. Is that a hell yeah or a hell
yeah,
nah?
on a regular basis.
Hell yeah.
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 That's
On
a
a
hell
regular
yeah for me
basis.
For
too.
sure. 100%.
Somebody said, would you let someone do a Beyonce entrance if they actually can't dance? And I'm like,
No.
Entrance?
that's what it says.
Nope. Don't try to dance if you can't dance.
Wow. She's a dance teacher, so you gotta she does
I would
hip-hop.
probably say no because we're talking entrances. This is all about
Entrance
the
is
bride and the
different.
groom,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't want anybody to outstage them to mess this whole thing up. So no.
Right.
Oh,
I
hell no.
like choreographed entrances, but that's just me. I would be the one to do that.
Let me
for
put
my
it this
wedding,
way.
and then I would want to do a little dance.
I'm okay with old school Beyonce. I have no problem with Love on Top, but a couple of her newer stuff I wouldn't want. I mean, it's not my wedding, but I would not be as excited about. That's just me. Hot take for that. Okay, number 2. Especially after what happened during the Super Bowl, Drake on a wedding playlist. Is that a hell yeah or a hell nah?
Yeah, Drake is still hot.
He's still.
Yeah, Drake is still Drake.
There's
So
controversy.
now
That's
listen,
true. What?
she's like Kendrick destroyed Drake. He needs to
I
go away
love
forever.
Kendrick
Like,
though.
He took the L, but he's still Drake. He's still
true.
Drake.
Drake
Like,
is a
That's
go.
true.
I mean, he has made his name no matter what. You could still play his songs at a wedding.
Yeah, so I actually agree with both of you guys. Although she did have me questioning myself for like 2 months. She just like after the Super, she was like, "Yeah, Drake is now just insignificant. Nobody cares about Drake. Like Drake should just go cry in the corner." I was like, "Damn."
He's Drake. I mean, he's.
Yeah, he definitely lost some cool points for a little
Yeah.
bit, but he's still Drake. He's still Drake.
Hey, if you're talking about him, he's doing something right.
I guess.
He went on tour right after that, right?
He
Sold out
did,
every
and he
show.
Sold out every show. He did,
Sold
yeah.
out every show.
All right, this one I have a feeling I know the answer to. Having an uncle grab the mic mid-reception for a speech that wasn't planned. Is that a hell yeah or hell nah? Have we seen this one, or should we cue the chaos?
Hell nah.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Based on experience.
Hell no.
There sounds like there's a story there.
Yeah, and I start seeing signs and flashlights going in the back of the room. People waving. They turn the light on their phone. They going back and forth, so I can see it blinking back and forth. And he starts telling stories that really are embarrassing.
Oh man,
going on and on and on, and
Oh no.
they're trying to smile. They have that awkward smile where they're standing there like.
Yeah, I don't let anybody talk unless it's designated. And if somebody wants to talk, you need to go get the bride and groom and bring them to me with approval.
Yeah.
I will not hand you a microphone unless I'm told.
Yeah.
I was doing a 4th of July party, and this girl comes up to me. She's like, "Can I see the microphone?" I'm like, "You got to ask the party owner, the house owner." She goes and gets him. He's drunk. He's like, "Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead." She takes the microphone. She's like, "Oh my God, my dog is missing. Can you guys help me find my dog?" Within 30 seconds, empty. Everybody's gone.
wow,
Yeah.
brutal.
That was with approval from the guy too. So I'm just like,
Oof.
it's not a good look.
Another cultural difference. Do you all open up the microphone to anybody that wants to come up and say anything?
No.
It's always designated?
Unless
Always
the
designated.
bride and groom specified otherwise, but with us, it's always designated. And we really encourage our clients to tell their family and friends to try to keep that speech to a minimum. We've had, one of the horror stories we shared was that we had a father of the bride, no shit, and I'm not juicing it. He talked for about 45 minutes. And the people at this wedding were just like wanting to rip their fucking eyes out of their head.
Did they give them cues? They just start clapping
I mean,
like, hey!
I'll never forget. It was a Tudor Arms wedding, and we were just like, people were hungry. It was getting like, and just talking about like, well, the day you were born, you had wispy blonde hair, and I'll never forget that time you caught a pop up at T. I mean, like started like day one, all the way to like 28 years old. It was
Dang.
unbelievable.
We'll give you hints.
Yeah.
Somebody will come up and.
So do you open the floor to anybody?
No, but it can be a 50-50. You know, I don't recommend it because I did a destination wedding before, and, you know, they're on a very, very tight 3-hour window at a destination wedding, and it might have gone on for about 45 minutes to an hour because every person wanted to outdo the last person.
Right.
So everyone wants to try to evoke emotion and has a tear coming out of their eye.
Yeah.
And, you know, so I don't recommend it, but hey, they want to hear it. They don't get a chance to hear those good things about themselves. So,
Number 4, Cardi B up or Megan Thee Stallion body for the bridal party entrance. Is that fun or too wild for grandma in the front row?
grandma knows what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
You're talking to the wrong way. Right? Like, I'm going to speed limit and beyond it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's
I'll
fun.
go body.
Okay.
But I'm okay with both of them actually.
Okay.
Depends on the crowd.
If I
man.
had to choose one or the other, I think I like body better.
I think for me, ultimately, it's going to just depend on if the bride wants it, like it's getting played.
That's
But
true.
like, I guess these songs, I would be okay. I mean, there's definitely worse for sure. So yeah, I think I would be okay.
Like
I've
WAP is
played
definitely
worse.
worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well,
I play worse.
WAP is
Yes,
central.
yeah.
let's see here. Okay, bridal party doing a full-on TikTok dance as they're entering. Is that a hell yeah or hell no? Is that trendy or tacky?
Tacky.
I haven't had it. I don't know.
For
I have
me-
to experience it. Like I haven't had it.
We had an episode where we talked about like social media is so prevalent in our lives. Like we use it, business, personal, but sometimes like I think people forget to like live in the moment and they're worried about capturing the moment. So like, you know, hopefully in your life you're having one wedding entrance, and if you would be worried about like filming that on a cell phone as opposed to just kind of like taking in friends and family, I think I'd be more likely to tell people that's a hell no.
It'll
think
happen,
it's
but just not part of the intro. Like
Yeah.
they'll do it like during dinner.
I don't like TikTok dances. I think they're tacky.
They're everywhere. We were
They're
walking into
not.
Applebee's and we're getting
We're here
bombarded
now.
with
Yeah,
TikTok
we
We're
walked
dances.
into
here now.
Applebee's and there was Trinity High School had like a homecoming,
Okay.
and there were like 30 students in Applebee's just fucking dancing. I was like, what is going on?
TikTok dances aren't dances. Like I've met people who are like, I meet them and
From
they're like,
the
"Oh, you're a
dancer.
dancer," and I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, and they're like, "Oh, I'm a dancer too." I'm like, "Okay, what do you do?" And they're like, "Oh, I do TikTok dances." So I was like, "Nope, get out of here, go away."
That's why you take issue with it. They're not trained.
I don't-
She was a photography and dance major, and she teaches hip hop dance now. So like she's like, you know, like we went to Vegas and she was like popping and locking on the street corners.
Popping
with, like,
and
the people.
locking are two separate.
Whatever.
things.
I don't want to
They're
hear
not
this
the same
bullshit.
one.
Listen, it looks like you're just convulsing to me. That's right. I said it. I said it. Whatever. Last two.
Have you been to a dance battle?
Do I look like I've been to a dance battle? I've been to a dance battle in a bar a couple times. I was competing.
You need to go to a real one.
I was competing.
I can send you some information.
Julia's been teaching me how to dance on the low. I can't really dance though.
Nick's
She's been teaching me a
terrible.
little
It's
bit. I'm
embarrassing.
awful.
Like he's a
trying.
DJ. I'm like, you got to at least have a little swag. He's got
All I
none.
got is the Cupid
No
shuffle.
to me for you there.
It's all, no,
No,
it's
not
happening.
All I got is the Cupid shuffle.
It's the spin that throws you off every single time. Because
Yeah,
they're
I
like 270 degrees. And
See, like I surprise people for being a bigger white boy. I actually can move a little bit.
okay, all right.
I can move, but like Nick can't.
Would you go to a dance battle? Just to watch?
Yeah, I'd
experience
go,
it?
sure,
Would you
I
jump
don't-
in the cypher?
Maybe.
Okay, we're getting off this dance battle horse shit here. All right, last two are my favorite two. This one I wish would become a hell yeah. A live band or musician and DJ combo. Is that a hell yeah or a hell nah?
It's a hell yeah for me.
Hell yeah.
It's a hell yeah.
I think it could be fun.
I did it for my wedding. So when I got married 18 years ago, absolutely, because I'm also a musician. You know, I started.
What'd you play?
Oh, that's cool.
I played the saxophone and I also played the keys. So ever since I was 5 years old, and that's how the whole DJing thing started.
I was a drummer.
I just,
Same thing for me.
just needed to get some money. We weren't making enough money. We had 5 people in the band, $150 a gig, $30 a man. This is just not enough.
Dude, this got the same story as me. I was playing bars for $100 in a bar tab, and my dad called me like, "Can you play music at this hockey event?" They're like, "We got $400." I'm like, lugging all these drums for $50, $400. I'm like, okay, there's something to this here. Yeah. We got the very similar origin
So I have a
story
love for
there.
music. I spend a lot of money on concerts. I'll travel the world to see people sing, and the combination of the two is amazing. I also have a couple bands that I play with. We have routines that we've done.
You play today
Oh,
still?
that's cool.
Yeah,
Damn, why did I not know this?
yeah.
I gotta. You play out?
Like, no, I don't play. They'll come in with the bands, the singers.
Oh,
and
got you.
I'll play something off the radio, and they'll be able to pick up.
Yep. Yeah.
Where I left off, and then I'll play the next song, and we'll actually like go back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
they'll be like the left turntable, and I'll be the right turntable.
Yep.
Oh,
No,
that's
I've
cool.
seen some of that. Like in other markets, like you've seen like these like, you know, saxophonist and stuff with DJs going on for probably 2-3 years now. Like Cleveland just always seems behind the 8 ball. Live percussionists with DJ, like some
All
of the
the time.
stuff.
Been
would
doing that
be-
for 15 years.
Who's that?
I've been doing it for 15 years.
Well,
Yeah.
bring that over to the white.
Yeah, come hang out with us, man.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us, man.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And then this last one, so I was surprised it brought this one up because this actually happened to me and it was one of my all-time favorite stories. So a surprise celebrity cameo via a website like Cameo during a wedding reception. Is that a hell yeah or a hell nah for you?
Oh, I've done a couple of those. Yeah, hell yeah. They end up getting screens. We'll put the screen up, and they'll just be so excited. Usually it's like the guy surprising the girl with like her favorite artist or someone's uncle
That's
so happens
cool.
to be part of the Temptations or some crazy thing. you
We
know.
had one recently. It was like 2 years ago, and it was funny because it was my dude. This dude, Frank Drahan. He was a white dude, but like he was from Warner Road in Garfield Heights. So like, you know, he had some. He was like, you know, he had a rough side to him. And his best man had Busy Bone.
Okay.
And this, if I tell you, this man cried like a baby when Busy Bone congratulated him and his wife. Like
He
it was
deserves that moment.
It was cool.
He deserves that moment.
as hell. Like I mean, he was like that was one of the deepest memories I've had because it was so unique to all of these weddings that I've done. I mean, it was really special to that guy. So for me, that's a hell yeah. What do you guys say?
Hell yeah.
I think that's a hell yeah. I think that's cool.
Okay.
I say hell yeah. If you got the pool or if you got the money to do it, sure, go for it.
Usually the shout outs are free though. They'll if you can catch
You gotta have some
that
pull or
one
know
inbox
somebody.
message
Yeah.
what's her name? Easy. Congratulations on your special day, and they'll send you a message right back. You'll be like, I can't believe you really did it. Like,
Well, you are also like the master of that, like because you travel all over the country.
don't give him an option.
Dude, you'll go up to like David Tutera and he'll be
Don't
like,
give him an
Low-key
option.
Entertainment, he's the best. Like,
He has no option. I walk up to, hey, how you doing, David? Can you say? And he be like, what? Just say Low-key Entertainment. Low-key Entertainment. You rock. I'm like, thanks, Dave. Like, he never has a chance,
You
man.
got more celebrities saying Lokey Entertainment, and also you've got a pretty good relationship, I believe, with Ahmad from the Cavs, correct?
Absolutely.
So
same age, graduated the same year. He went to Cleveland Heights. I went to Warner Heights.
yeah, so because he's done a couple with us too, but like I think like some people even hire him to like come do like their vocal stuff, right? Which is
To do
super
the
fucking cool.
intros.
Yeah.
He wants to. They built one of the big Cleveland Cavaliers intro.
Dude, I love that dude because he came to one wedding I did. He came in to do his intros. Dude, he got in there. He was there for 15 minutes. Bop, 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 bop. No dinner. He out. He made his money. He's
Job
gone.
is done.
Yeah, he don't want no food. He don't want no drinks. He talks. He uses his voice. He makes some money.
He's the coolest, humblest, one of the most humble people that you see. You'll see that frequently.
Yep.
He'll stop, talk to you, shake hands, take pictures. Doesn't matter, man. But that's my guy.
Cool. So I'm going to go off script here because I think it's important. One of the things that I wanted to shed some light on is a couple of years back, you might have a partner now, but I know you started a bridal show called Shades, correct?
Correct.
So I know that you and I met through doing bridal shows through Today's Bride, and from what I understand, I'll let you explain it. Is you felt like some of your community just wasn't being served to their fullest potential, which is what kind of gave you the idea to kind of go off and start a show. So why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about like what is Shades? Why did you start it? Who can best benefit from it? Some of that stuff.
Okay, all right. First and foremost, nothing against any other bridal show. It helped us get where we were. But if you can tell, there's a trend now. We like to bend the rules. And there were rules that were in place. So after a while, if you can't play by their rules, you have to take your own ball and go to your own court. That's really what happened. You evaluate what your investment was to be there and what your investment would be to create an opportunity for those brides that may be intentional about trying to find vendors that can better serve them, that may understand their hairstyles better, that may understand the music selections a little bit better, things of that nature. So we took that money and we just experimented. We just wanted to see what would happen for a couple of years.
Sure.
And it just grew. We would sold out this was just an experiment the first year. We only had 30, 40 vendors. Sold out the first year. The second year, we're like, okay, we're going to take it to different venue. We're going to have 50, 55 vendors. Sold out of that weeks in advance. We're like, wow, okay, let's try this again. Go to the next venue. Let's shoot to 75, 85 vendors. Sold out of all of those. It's there may be something to it, but it's really a show for brides that are intentional about finding vendors within their community. We're not restricting anybody from coming, but we're just providing a resource guide for all those people because there are some ethnic things that everybody's just not able to do. Just like I wouldn't be able to do a Jewish wedding. I don't know all the music. I'm just going to be honest. I wouldn't be able to do a Latino wedding.
You could do the Havana.
I can do moments of it, but I may not be the best person to serve an entire night that evening. So we just created a space that can serve those people that are like, hey, this is really what I want. And they're just saying, it's hard for me to find. It's not that hard for me to find. I'll tell you what, I'll do all the work. I'm going to put them all right here. And I've worked with everybody that's here right here. So I trust all these people. And then every time somebody comes there, they're like, thank you for putting this resource guide together for us.
So is it safe to assume then, is every vendor that attends, are they all of the African-American community?
I would say 90 to 95%.
Okay.
It kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But 90 to 95%, even the hotel, there's not a black hotel, but there are vendors there, and there are some travel agents and things of that nature. But
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, and so one of the things that I thought would be interesting, along the lines of this, so Dayron and I have had this conversation off camera, and I just wanted to kind of start a conversation. So, I think that what he's doing is, for a multitude of reasons, fantastic. As far as you're and look at it just for your own business. You're bringing your potential client, your community directly funneled to
We're sharing
you,
resources too.
which is beautiful. However, my question to you guys is do you think the rules would be the same if things were the other way? If I were to say we're gonna have a bridal show that caters directly to white people, if we think that if people would have a problem with that, or if it would be something that because with you, I think not only has it gone well, but I think it's been championed. So I don't think.
I think when you have a majority, there's no need to have a specialty show. So because that now it seems to be exclusive, and when you're excluding someone, all we're trying to do is just shine a light on those people that may have felt like they were excluded. So if you may
I agree.
be part of the LGBTQ community. They have an individual show.
They do now.
If
So
there's a Latino bridal show, you know, we just like say for instance, even with the marketing with the other shows, they don't even make investments on our media stations. So where we may listen to 107.9, you'll never hear an ad for a bridal show on 107.9. So those are reasons why we like, dang man, we're over here. Like we're over here. So that's why it wouldn't work if you're already part of the majority. But for those that are underserved, you know, there's a bunch of niche communities. There's a bunch of niche communities that can use, you know, a show like that.
That's really well put. I mean, I agree. And
I agree with that.
I couldn't have said it better myself, honestly.
you couldn't have said that at all.
No, I couldn't.
You don't have the eloquent tone that
That
this
was,
gentleman
yeah, I
has
mean, that
here.
was well put, yes.
So, you know, talk a little bit more about, you know, so are you a sole proprietor now with Shades, or do you actually have partners that you work with?
No, it's my show.
It's your show. Okay.
It's my show.
Shane always tells me
it's my
partners
show.
are for dancing, not for business.
But we share resources. So if I have 200-300 brides or something that year, I'll bring my brides, and it's okay. It's all right. I know I got the bulk of the people, the spirit of influence. But if there's 80 vendors, and that's just my thing, you bring 5, you bring 5, you bring 5, you bring 5. Now we're like collectively, they're bringing another couple hundred brides in there, and we're all sharing resources.
What time of year do you guys normally throw Shades?
This is the first Sunday in February. So it's the week before the Super Bowl every single year.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want to do Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, no.
Ciroc.
No.
You don't want to do All-Star Weekend, which is the week after that. We're like real specific with the calendar to make sure that we're doing it. But
That's good.
yeah, but the very first Sunday in February.
And then, so do you know like where you're having it this year yet? Or
Yeah. We have a great relationship with the Marriott East.
Oh yeah, that's over off 271, right?
Correct. Yep. 271.
They just redid their
Richmond and
ballroom
Harvard.
too, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they did.
Yeah,
Yep,
we
yep,
played
yep,
there
yep.
not too long ago. Looked good.
And they kind of give us a pass. So we're not just in the ballroom. Because the show is so big, we've grown from just being in the ballroom to the ballroom to the foyer. Now we got the ballroom, the foyer, even a small, it's about the size of this podcast area. We even have that area. That's like the Lokey entertainment zone. So
your own show.
Yeah. We neglected ourselves for the first few shows. We were just there like, y'all know who we are. But we finally have our own little room where you can come in. You can touch things. You want to see what a 360 feels like. Want to see what our throne chairs feel like. You want to see what the LED wall options are that are available. You want to see what the uplighting monogram. Everything that you can do that we have available is inside of that little space.
That's cool.
Someone just pulled in out there, but I don't know. Anywho,
I'm
what
gonna
I
do my number 2 for the wedding.
oh
today.
I think that was John. You might need to go let Hayden in real quick. But back over to
Through the front door, not that door.
What's going on?
I mean, it's
here.
open though.
My question for you is: are there other wedding DJs that are in the show, or do you just say, "Hey, this is low key"?
This will be the first year. I'm gonna
Oh,
let.
you're gonna let somebody in?
I'm gonna let a couple
No,
people
you
in.
got a monopoly.
I'm not gonna lie. You know, I took the risk. I needed the reward.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna play fair in the sandbox and I'm gonna be a resource or an ally to the community, then I need to be a resource and an ally to the community. So we're gonna open it up. We're not gonna let people go crazy, but we will open it up as long as they maintain a certain standard. You know, again, I have to stamp them.
Yeah.
And I already picked the ones that we've approved.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Wow.
So that'll be something, I guess, different
It will.
to.
It's more than enough to go around. And
I mean, that's the thing. Like we talk about all the time. Like you're doing 300-400 weddings. We're doing 300 weddings. Rock the House doing 300 weddings. JR is doing 300 weddings. And then there's all the companies doing 10, 12. It's amazing how much work there really is kind of going around. It really is crazy.
But then the shows are bigger than just the weddings, though.
Yeah.
Some of these people have different events that they just want. Again, you may just be looking for a hairstylist.
Right.
You may be new to Cleveland. Like, how do I find? I'm having a birthday party, but my party has to be just as fabulous as this wedding. So who can do my drapes? Who can do the backdrop? So, like, just it's important. It's just important. There's a lot of resources that are available. There.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have a super serious question. This is very important to me. I'm sick and tired of terrible wedding food in the white community. 2 weekends ago, we had some mushy steamed broccoli. We had butter noodles with no
Mushy?
sauce.
Chicken
Butter
noodles.
marsala.
No
No
sauce?
sauce at a wedding.
Gotcha.
Wow.
No sauce.
Okay. What are y'all eating over there?
I have a few favorite caterers. And And if I could do it all over again, I would have had them do my wedding.
What's that dude's name?
But,
He does a great job.
Oh, you talking about LaShawn from LaShawn?
LaShawn.
It's Deshawn from LaShawn's Catering.
Yeah, LaShawn's
So
Catering.
he's one of my
He
favorites.
wears like the fucking chef hat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
I was just talking to, where the fuck was I? One of the halls said like this dude was like starting the party as the caterer.
So
like,
this is how he starts out. He comes in. Don't kill me, Deshaun. He came in like, I need to see the microphone. You know how we feel about our mics, right? First wedding. Hello, everyone. I am the Deshaun from LaShawn's Catering Specialist. But enough about me. It's all about you. You have the microphone. Right? It's all about you. But he commands the room. He pops things off, and he built up an anticipation when he comes out. When he comes from the back, he has his hat on, he got his apron on. He's part of the showmanship. It's just part of the experience. I love working with LaShawn. We did a wedding last weekend, did another wedding the weekend before. We're good friends. He's a vendor at Shades. There's like Pearl Flower Catering. They'll come in with all the soul food. So they'll have, whether you have your macaroni and cheese or your chicken and waffles and things of that nature. So this is all the good stuff.
I'm so
You know,
sick
this is
of
all
these
the good
foods,
stuff,
dude.
man.
If I eat one more piece of fucking dry airline chicken.
At this price point, you should get what you want, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I always get
We're
prime
getting-
rib,
Yeah.
prime rib or chicken. I always get
We're
that
getting
almost
like
every
chicken
wedding.
piccata every weekend. I'm so
I
sick
I was
of
gonna
it.
say, but like, so
Yeah.
Sick of it.
I've only met the man once or twice at a bridal show, but kudos to him because most caterers, the people look like they want to be anywhere but there when they walk
Yeah,
in the room,
that's true.
and that man seems like that is the only
He's
place
from
in
New
the
York,
world
so he
he
has this
wants.
New York
He
energy,
lives
man.
for
Like,
Also, it's not
I've
just.
talked to him a few times. He's cool.
It
yeah.
sounds like he just doesn't do catering, but he brings an experience with his service.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So it's not just
all the way
like here's
down
the
to the
food.
introduction, and he makes them give a round of applause, round of applause to the bride and the groom. He says, "Enough about me. Give this beautiful couple." But it's part of the show. Like anybody can serve food, but yeah, he's a figure. He's a figure.
Well, we need to start doing some more black weddings, Scott, because I am so tired of butter noodles with no sauce. I mean, it's
How many
horrible.
times do
I've
you get
never
buttered
had a
noodles
buttered
with
noodle.
no
Dude,
sauce?
When I was a kid, like that's how you know like you're a little bit poor. Like when my mom was like, "What we having for dinner tonight?" Buttered noodles. I've had those
Hey,
nights
I
as
mean,
a
I
kid.
think I've had
understand.
butter noodles before.
I've had butter noodles,
But
I
at a
also had
wedding-
mustard
Not
bread.
at a wedding.
My mom gave us a snack. We had white Wonder bread with mustard. She called it mustard bread, and that
Ew.
was that's what
Listen,
we ate as kids.
you got to do what you got to do. But if you're at a wedding,
Never heard of it,
if you're at a wedding,
Mustard bread.
oh my
Oh,
god,
I don't want to hear.
and I'm okay with it.
Dude, you're eating good. I look at your fucking Instagram. You got shrimp on the barbecue. You're
Yeah,
fucking-
absolutely, yeah,
I
every
see.
day,
Yeah, you know exactly what you're
shrimp's
doing with
good.
that grill.
Yeah, you guys are eating good, and we're eating butter noodles. So we need to step that up, or I need more
What?
invites to black
What
weddings.
wedding has buttered noodles?
It was at a barn. Actually, Hayden was my number 2, and he could vouch for this. We had butter noodles with no sauce.
Brutal.
We had mushy broccoli. We had stuffed cabbage that was awful.
Stuffed
It,
cabbage.
it was all horrible. We need to step
I
it
usually
up.
find it is always chicken marsala. That's
I
the go.
wish we
That's the
had
go
chicken
to.
marsala.
Really?
I mean,
I can't eat another piece of it. I can't eat another piece of chicken marsala. I'll just pack my own lunch before I do chicken marsala.
Over
again.
the
Like,
butter noodles, I'm taking the marsala all day.
I don't think
Really?
I've had a lot of chicken marsala. Maybe like
Really?
twice.
Oh,
Most
wow.
of it's like that plain chicken and then the
Yeah.
prime rib, and that's
The
it.
closest thing that we
They
get to
take
what
no
you
risks.
guys eat is like barbecue places coming in, and it's still not the same.
yeah, because it's like old Carolina barbecue.
Yeah, it's
all
like-
right.
it's like
the
white
Pearl
barbecue.
Flower Catering salad when it
Yeah.
comes out, it has pecans. I know nuts are a risk, but it has the pecans and the oranges and all the things in there. Salad with the spring mix salad, not just.
Oh, that sounds good.
All right, never mind.
Hey, you looking for number 2s, bro?
I haven't eaten lunch yet. Man.
All right,
So, in
all
the
right.
essence
yeah, I
of
need
time, this guy is going to do a wedding. This guy is going to catch a flight to Savannah, Georgia,
Sweating in Savannah.
and sweating in Savannah. Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
So we have one more thing that we do every wedding. So, Nick, it is now time for.
Every day we have a little swoosh that he does, a little thing I make him do. So we want
Okay.
to talk about No Tucks Given. This is our segment for the grooms, because traditionally it's the bride we're talking to. We're trying to get the groom more involved. And this one's a little bit unique because I want to know about the groom in the black community.
Okay.
Okay. And I feel like, at least in the black community, the groom's probably going to be a little more prevalent than the bride. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but some of these guys come into our thing, they're like, you know.
Dude.
So
Guys
like,
are still will be guys. They'll stand to the back. They just want to know how much does it cost and what time to be there.
So,
Okay.
one of my experiences recently, which was so fucking awesome. So we had this groom. So first of all, before he got dressed, he was like doing a bunch of push-ups and stuff, and he wanted my photo and video people to like document the workout. And then
Nice.
he came down the aisle like he wanted his own moment. Like I've never seen a white dude like want to like come strutting down for his ceremony.
I've never seen a white guy.
I've seen a white guy want to have his own entrance before.
I love this. This is perfect for this.
But
segment.
like I've never seen him do push-ups or stuff.
Well,
before,
he just
and
wanted
that's
to
a
feel
little
like
weird.
he just wanted to
Make a
feel
great
like,
recap video when they saw the builder.
Start doing pull-ups.
Literally, I remember Shane cut that. He's like, what the fuck is this?
Majority of the time,
Grind
the
doesn't
guys
stop.
are having fun. Like that's the only time that they don't mind being in front of everybody is when they're walking down the aisle. So they've played normal music like "This Is Why I Love You" when they walk down the aisle. But then again, they've played like Mystical, "The Man Right Here," like "The Man Right Here." And then when the song's coming, everybody just start laughing. They're going crazy. Or the song called "Players Anthem" that's by UGK. We'll play songs like that, and they're just having fun. You know, I just think that weddings just aren't as formal and as structured anymore. So maybe there was some truth to your ChatGPT thing. Like they're just a vibe, man.
So
you know?
recently, the closest thing that I've seen recently in the white community is, so obviously usually little flower girls. So now they've had these guys with like flower petals. But recently I saw one that was pretty funny where the guy had a little basket full of like little nips of like fireball, and he was like
shots.
coming down the aisle and he was like throwing little nips of fireball
Or
out
they
into
have
the
like
crowd.
the beer guy
we could do that,
goes around and
Not Fireball. You know, we're specific about our liquor. But little bottles of Hennessy or tequila.
I've
Tequila.
seen
That would be
Pink
fun.
Whitney.
That
If
would
you
be
weren't here,
fun.
our editor Shane, he loves Fireball, so it's like a rite of passage that we've all swigged a Fireball in this office here. But
So how can a groom be more confident on his wedding day? Let's say he's a little tame, a little timid. It's his day too. So how can we get the groom a little
You
more
gotta hide
confident?
behind your groomsman, man. You gotta have some good guys.
Yeah.
It is what it is with him, man. You can't,
Take a
you
few
know, turn a
shots.
duck into a pig, man.
I don't know what that means, but I love it.
I mean, it is what it is, but you know, it's all about the people that surround you. Good guests, good things, and break the ice. Do you guys do the shoe game at all?
We do. Honestly, I hate it because, at least in the white community, like it's like the lamest shit ever. It'll be like who said "I love you" first? I'd be like, who's the messier person? Whereas like,
But I've rearranged the questions. Did you take it to ChatGPT and make some edgy questions,
But
and
see-
they'll answer it truly?
well,
and
see, but
What's
white
the
people don't
craziest
get.
question
They
you
get
What are some
have?
edgy
'cause,
questions?
like, I would love to be like,
What are
I'd love to be like, which one made the first move? But white people get like they get like very like.
No,
They
that's
start
one of them. Like,
scoffing.
who made the first move? And they'll be unapologetically like the women will like raise her hand like she took him down.
Yeah.
Like, you did what? Like, who's the biggest flirt? I'm like, there's no way they're gonna answer it. And they'll like point. Like, this is the biggest flirt. Like, you're okay with this, but it shows they're just a fun couple, man.
what are some of the edgiest questions you've had?
It starts out like that, and then I get the freestyle, and I really can't think off the
Any
top of my
any
head.
super freaky ones, or is that too?
No, I don't go too far. I don't go too far because it's still grandma. Still grandma and auntie out there. But there are the standard questions like who said I love you first. But then from there we wrote a whole nother list of questions where it's like if they're a fun couple and they allow us to
gotcha.
do it, and there's a lot of times they'll say, yeah, I want to do it. This is kind of fun, and it helps break the ice. So that's a good icebreaker.
So I guess what I'll do is I'll end it on this. We've talked about this before, but so the closest thing we had is something super freaky recently. So we had a video, and the bride was super adamant that immediately following the ceremony, microphones had to come off because they were going into the bridal suite, and they were just like, yeah, we're going to fuck. And I was like, excuse me? And they were
like
like,
it.
so we just would rather not have the sounds recorded. And I was like, look at
Do
this.
you know what I've been
fucking-
also having happen more often at weddings is where the bride and groom, sometime during the reception, they want to sneak off somewhere and get some intimate photos.
Yeah,
so I'm
she's
there
been
like
taking,
having
like-
them pose, do some stuff. I'm like, hey.
I had to cut it off. I'm like, no penetration.
Wait, no,
photos.
there's one where I was like, hey, can you unbutton his shirt, pull him in, like, you know, take off his tie? Like, I don't know.
I've never had that.
Dude,
The
Or at
guy
least
goes
I'm the
underneath the
DJ,
dress.
so
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
privy to that. Because I'm there during cocktail
there's
hour.
there's some loud shit that's going on sometimes out.
I'm not surprised. It probably has happened. I just
Honestly,
serving them in a
I
different
like
way.
that. I think
And then
that's pretty G.
sometimes they want time together after those photos, and I go out and I'm just like waiting until they're ready to go.
Okay.
Well, listen, Dayron, I appreciate you taking the time to come in
appreciate
today.
the ask, man. I'm here. I'm hanging out. This is the second home.
Been a good chat.
We're down the street.
It was so fun. As always, we have to tell our people, please like, subscribe, share. That's what helps us do this stuff. We've been having fantastic success as
Hit
far
the
as
notification bell to get notified when a new episode drops. That's very important.
Subscribe,
I didn't even know that was a
comment,
thing.
have fun with
Oh, you
it.
got to have that.
Yeah, so if you want to see us continue to do this, we appreciate the
Where can they
the love and
find you
support.
on social medias if you want to go ahead and shout yourself out?
Shout myself out, man. DJ Lokey, aka the Keezy Man. Follow me on Instagram at DJ Lokey. No W's involved. The company is at Lokey ENT DJs. Again, no W involved. Just Lokey ENTDJs.com. And then eventually we're gonna we have our YouTube channel, but it's not popping yet. But eventually we'll build that up to that space. But Instagram, we're like super heavily involved, responding to people in real time. So they want to know some things, want to know what new trends, where we're at this weekend. Just follow us on our social.
Cool.
That's the man. Well, that's another episode, guys. It's just a wedding. Ow.
It's just a wedding podcast.